baking powder.
Hey strangers, it's Monday, and as I promised you guys, I'm going to make some peppermint fudge, and it's going to be really good. Alright, so the first thing you need is some good music playing. I have my playlist on iTunes. I'm going to pick a song. Let's do La Disco by Shiny Toy Guns. Alright, on the stove, you need a bowl on top of a pot. And in the pot, you are going to put some water. You need some chocolate. You can use any kind of chocolate, I guess. I've only ever used Nestle milk chocolate. And then you're going to need marshmallows. It's really important that you have marshmallows because it's peppermint fudge. You need peppermint candies. And then for decoration, sprinkles. I love sprinkles, they're so good. And then just to add a little something to the fudge, you need milk. My thing is heating up, starting to get really warm. Turn the heat until it boils. Turn the heat on high. Then when it boils, just turn it down to low. I'm only gonna make a little bit of this because I don't need a lot right now, and I'm actually not supposed to be cooking this at all. So I'm only gonna make a little bit. I got chocolate chips. I would tell you guys the exact amounts, but I never ever use exact amounts. Like, it's a really simple recipe. Just how much fudge you want to make is how many. Just eyeball it, I guess, to how much fudge you want to make. Alright, now I can tell you that however many chocolate chips you put in, you want an almost equal, but not quite, amount of marshmallows. I got my marshmallows in, okay? So, now you're just going to add a really little bit splash of milk. I'm using about 2 to 3 tablespoons. So, as you can see, it's already starting to melt, so it's good. Alright. Now, this is a secret ingredient, okay? We have this really nice stuff. It's Coffee Mate. It's peppermint mocha, and it's when you drink it straight, it tastes just like you melted peppermints into chocolate milk. It's super good. A little bit of that if you have it. You don't need it, but if you have it, I would suggest using it, because not only is it good in your coffee, it will make this taste a lot better. And again, it's a simple recipe because if you put too much of one thing in, you could just put more of the other thing in. So, it's really simple. That's why I like it so much. And the story behind this, there is no story behind it. I just, I wanted to bake a cake really badly, but I didn't want to use cake mix. I wanted to do it from scratch because I'm like that. So, I could not decide what kind of cake I wanted to make. So I just bought chocolate chips and marshmallows because I just knew I would need marshmallows and chocolate chips. I never ended up making the cake. I was just like, no, I'm not going to make a cake. So instead I decided, hey, chocolate chips. Hey, marshmallows. Hey, I've got some peppermint candies. Peppermint chocolate fudge. Why not? And that's how I started. And all of this is starting to melt really nicely. I think I put a little too much milk in, but that is okay because I can just add more stuff later. To bring the sweetness out more in the fudge, you just want to add a little bit of salt because that'll contrast the. Oh, that was too much, but oh well. Alright, yeah. So just add a little bit of salt, and it'll bring out the sweetness. I think I'll need to add more chocolate chips later, but for now we're just gonna let that melt. We're just gonna let the marshmallows melt and see where it brings us. Time to crush the peppermint candy. Okay, what you wanna do is unwrap peppermint candies. If you have peppermint extract, then use that instead of, in addition to the candy. But since none of the stores I went to had peppermint extract, I'm just stuck using candy. It might get loud. Just crush it. I added the peppermint candies in. Just gonna mix that in real well. The peppermint candies will usually melt in. Sometimes you'll get a little crunch, but that's a good thing because it tastes better when it's there's a little crunch in it. Like I said, if you add too much of something, just add more of everything else. So just add a lot more chocolate. The bowl is empty, which means that the fudge is done. I put them into little cookie cutters and sprinkled a little peppermint candy powder. I crushed them really fine and poured it over. And then I added some sprinkles for decoration. And you just put it in the fridge for about an hour. It'll set. And then it'll be done. You just take the cookie cutters off and it's good to eat. It's really good. And then you can use the hot water to make like coffee or tea or something. So it's like a win-win. Alright guys, I have a test tomorrow on a book that I am only halfway through with reading. So I'm going to finish that up. And I'll see you guys next week. Can't wait to see what you guys make if you make something. Bye, strangers.